Alrighty, so I've had a fantastic couple of days out here in Null so far. Made pretty good loot. I would say that I've made over $1 billion in the last couple days with Praxis and Ishtar. Pretty pleased with it. I think it's been pretty good.
Drive active.
Bubble. All right. I didn't notice that beforehand. Somebody out here is really killing the Lancers, huh? Oh, they're brave, but okay. They're doing them with Hobgoblin 2s. Who is it out here that's doing that? Nurgle. It's doing it in Nurgle? Really? All right. Yep. It's usually not a good thing to do to be killing those Lancers. A lot of that has to do with that they will chase you all over hell and back and camp your stations and everything, trying to get back at you. They'll chase you system to system. They're the only rats I know of that'll do that.
Welcome to the Dragons.
P0 were blast just followed.
Our blast, thank you for the follow. Welcome.
Warp drive active.
Oh, what have we got here? Will this get me close enough to descan that? No. All right.
Warp drive active.
I don't want to get caught by that guy. Twitch hit, thank you for the raid, much appreciated. Hope you're doing well.
Warp drive active.
All right, so welcome everybody. We actually just finished up, we're still continuing on, but we just finished up doing something that was totally dumb. And I'll put it on the realm of epic because it shouldn't have been done. I did an outgrowth rogue drone hive, completed it with an Ishtar. The whole thing. Oh man. It only took like, what, 25 minutes to take out the mother strain? Oh my god, what's with all these neutrals around? So many neutrals.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Stoyan_87 just followed.
Drive active.
Boyan, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Yeah, it wasn't a waste of time. I actually really enjoy a challenge. I enjoy doing stuff that is frowned upon, doing it in game, not because it's trolling or anything, but because you're like, oh, dude, you're dumb. You can't do that site with that ship. That's, well, maybe you can, but it's so ineffective. Why the hell would you want to do that? Well, I do enjoy the challenge sometimes. So, yeah, it's always nice.
Warp drive active.
And instead of doing it in a Paladin that's like 2.5 billion, I did it in a ship that's 700 million. Here's the fit on it, 717 million. It's a blingy Ishtar, but it's about twice as much as what a normal Ishtar costs. So, yeah, it's pretty.
Warp drive active.
I'm happy with it. It's a good sense of accomplishment. Most definitely. And so now I'm going to see if I can hit another escalation. I'm not so sure I want to do another Rogue Drone Hive, that whole thing. But I wouldn't mind a drone-infested mine or something like that. We got 300 million off the last one in loot. And I suspect that 300 million number was actually insanely high. It's the first one I've ever done. I suspect it was insanely high. But I want to do a second and see. So the loot off of it was really good. And but it came down to one item worth 296 million. And so that's why I suspect that it was really, really good, like epic level for a 4 of 10, because that's what it was. So, and I can farm out the escalation chances at about 8 to 10 minutes per site. And so it's a pretty good rate.
Warp drive active.
Usually just standard sentient loot. Yeah, this was a damage control unit that was sentient. Worth 300 million, so.
Docking request accepted.
Alrighty. And we've been doing the sites with this ship right here, which is really great performance for a great price. And it's the only laser Praxis build on EWB that I'm aware of. We couldn't find any when we were looking, so we put this together. And 318 million, and it clears the sites with the really big station about 8 minutes, the sites with the little station about 10 minutes, and on squads. And so you can get a copy of this fit, exclamation point fits, and get a copy of it. So yeah, it just works really dandy. Really impressed by it. Now let's see here. I'm gonna log in, second character,
Connect.
give him a fleet invite. This character right here. That's a Naglfar. It is a can't remember the name of them. I know what they are. Oh my. Dreadnought. Yes, thank you, Dreadnought. So anyway, have him in fleet and available in case I get a infested carrier spawn or something like that, and then he can go in and take that out, and then that'll be another 100 million earned, or whatever it is. All right, we're warping in a 0.
Warp drive active.
Oh, and how are my drones doing? All right, they're all good. All right, so this is one of the sites takes right about 8 minutes to do. All right, so we're going to release the acolytes for taking out these small things, and for this, all right, acolytes come back. Bring out the craters. If I get real lucky, we get an escalation for this. Drones are getting shot up a little bit. Switch targets here. My drones split. I don't like it when they do that. Tell them not to, but, you know, drones, like herding cats. Close for me to hit. So is that. Alright, let's go for that. Drones, get on this. How does this fit mechanically function? Well, I'm not sure what you mean by that. I mean, you see me using it. But, I mean, mechanically function is how do you use it? I mean, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Maybe you mean something a little bit different than what I'm thinking. See, but you don't understand. How long have you been playing Eve? Months. Well, I mean it. So its fit is very much like an Amar ship because of the lasers. And a Praxis, the thing about a Praxis is that it can, it has a lot of configurability. There's a lot of configuration stuff you can do with it that you can't do with other ships, but at the same time it's also a jack of all trades, and so it's not going to be the master of any of them. But for this instance right here, it does, for the amount that it costs to build it, it is the most efficient that I've found. Which is not usually the case with these Jovian ships. These are Jove ships. Or do they put them under something else now? I think they're Jovian ships. Society of Conscious Thought. Yeah, it might be. I don't know. I have trouble remembering some details. But I thought they were. I thought the legend and lore on them was that they're all using Jovian technology. So maybe they're under Society of Conscious Thought, but Jove Tech? I'm not sure. So when you're getting into there we go, we're done. When you're getting into different types of ships and everything, this line of ships is good because It's good because you can do a lot with these with little skill as well. So you don't have to have a massive amount of skill.
Warp drive active.
I have everything fully skilled for these. So if you put this together, even though it's, you know, low skill to get into, you wouldn't have exactly the same performance out of it that I do. But one of the things is that you don't have to train the line of ships. Like Caldari, you know, you have to go through Caldari frigate and then all those others. There's no training of that with these ships. It's like I think you just fit in. I can look at the requirements of them, but I don't think that there's requirements in the same way. Now this one will take me a minute and a half longer to do than the other one. I'm not 100% sure why. I think it's the same amount of ships that spawn and everything. But it does take just a little bit longer to do this version of it. Yeah, you can do my fit in All Tech 1 as an alpha, I think. I think as an alpha you can fly these. You can do exclamation point fits. I have a couple of Praxis fits on there. Most of them are PvP. This one's called Drax. It's squad spelled backwards. Drones in. They're shooting them. You can also, if you have less shields, you don't have as much skill in shield repping and stuff, you can do this in a kiting fit. You like warp in at 30 and use Scorch or the equivalent. Oh, I left my repper on. Hate it when I do that. Miss a bit more when I shoot with this ammo, but it hits harder.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Wantola86DK just followed.
Wantola, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Time no see. Yeah, well, welcome back. We're farming a few squad sites, seeing if we can pop an escalation off. Had home drama, but you're back. Well, welcome back. Doesn't sound fun. Your drama. No escalation. No loot. All right.
Warp drive active.
Go recharge your cap real quick. Yeah, so MTUs take the closest wreck. They'll always choose the closest wreck or container to pull in. Real pain in the butt. And if you pick it up and move it, then you'll have a clump of old stuff, wrecks sitting there that are, you know, from a, that are also, it'll start drawing those too once they're the closest. All right, so we can get a nice little boost from the station here.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, tractor beams, but tractor beams don't go nearly as far. You know, an MTU will go, what, 100, 125 K out, and your tractor beam is 24, unless it's on a Marauder, then it's 48, unless you have something special. $32. All right. I don't use tractor beams very often. Oh, I didn't mean to start shooting him. I think she wanted him. $48 in income sites. Oh, does it give you a bonus in there? On your Noctis, you get further. Yeah, well, Noctis has bonus to tractor beams. That's a completely different ship. You're not fighting with that. I don't like using the Noctis, though. I'd rather use, like, a Porpoise with salvage drones and just let it pull them in. But that's just me. Drones are getting hit. Okay, pull them back. Oh, I left my wrapper on again. Oh my. Gotta quit doing that. Oh, get back here. Don't die. Damn drones. Yeah, he took quite a beating. Getting beat up. Again, the same one. Now, what I don't know, if I get an infested carrier in here, I don't know if they'd one-pop me. One-shot me. They might. They hit really hard. Haven't had one show up yet. Maybe it's only on the horde sites that they show up. And not on squads. Squads are 9, horde is 10. Oh, wasn't trying to hit him. A little late to... All right, well, we'll see how this goes. I'll finish him off. Oh, I got the wrong ammo on him too. Got distracted. One of my security cameras went off. When was it? Was it Thursday? A few days ago that I had somebody trying to steal stuff off my porch while I was doing a show. Need of a Doberman. Yeah, well, I went out there and barked at him. He was trying to figure out how to get the lock undone on my barbecue. I actually have it chained to a post. First time anybody's tested the chain, though. Been here a few years. Part 357. No. I got rid of my guns. I shot at an intruder in my house once, and it was a really traumatic experience. I just decided that I wanted to handle things a different way in the future. So I got rid of my guns. The person broke into my house knowing that I had a gun, hoping that I would shoot him because he wanted to commit suicide. I fired a shot over his head. Next shot wasn't going to be over his head. He came to his senses really quick. Yeah, I definitely could have killed him. No doubt. It was a .357 Magnum, and yep, and it had the bullets that explode out, hollow points, so that they wouldn't go through walls, because we were in an apartment building. And I didn't want if I shot in the house, I didn't want it going through a wall. And that will just that would take anybody out, one shot. So American? Maybe. I mean, guns are part of the culture here. You can, here where I live, you can conceal carry a gun and not need a permit, or not even need any training. You just have to not be a convicted criminal. Anyway, I got rid of my guns after that. I also decided that if I was put in the position of having to shoot at anybody again, that there wasn't going to be a warning shot. All right. No loot. None. Zilch. Nada. Spooky to get in that kind of position. You are getting the Twitch drops here. I do have drops on the channel.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, I was thinking about the UK. They took guns off legal owners. Yeah, you know, so here's another statement which is kind of interesting. It's not really political or anything, but it is that that laws punish only the law-abiding citizens, because criminals are going to do what criminals are going to do anyway. The laws are not there. The laws don't stop criminals from doing whatever it is they're going to do. They do stop legitimate people from doing what they want to do, though. And you know, that's my thoughts on it. Yeah, I work a lot with the local police and sheriff here. I volunteer time. I sit on a board. I'm vice president of the Citizens Police Academy and stuff, and I don't own a gun. How about that? Not accumulating today. Well, maybe you need to refresh your browser or something, or you're watching two channels at the same time, Fittin. If you watch two channels at the same time and one has drops and one doesn't, it will choose whichever, it'll choose it, I don't know, at random or whichever one was first or whatever, whichever channel, it just chooses one. And if it's the channel that doesn't have drops, then you may not get it. I got mine today. I got my 4 hours in for that mysterious booster. So you have 3 streams up. Yeah, kill the one that is that doesn't have drops enabled. If you scroll down underneath them, they got to have the tag drops enabled. If they don't have the tag drops enabled, then they don't have drops. So, all right. If you're watching on YouTube, that's it for this episode.